I'm here all day.
Hey, check. Hey, hold.
Allen now on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. An 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Watch out.
Darnold from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey, alert 3.
Alrighty.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Crowder. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Bills' 49-yard line.
Let's make the lady. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. Fun.
Go 58's the Mike. Get your swerve on. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Darnold now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Shaq Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Allen now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Come on, D.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's complete to Croft. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 16-yard line.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Give me that ball, defense.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Complete to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him, really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
So maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch his flat, watch his flat. Watch his flat, watch his flat. Slam. Check that. Lady. You go check that.
Now Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to throw, Darnold. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Young lady. Switch.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
58, Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Jumper. Big dance. Come.
3rd and long, it's Darnold going up top. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bills first down.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Hey, 4 down. Check. Switch.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 50-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's get that ball. Middle.
Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the screen.
From midfield, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Alert! Don't get nervous.
57. Mike, 57.
Come to my world.
Hey, Echo.
Come to my world.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Stop. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Ready?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Slam.
Play action. It's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. Here's Allen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, on 52.
Mike 57. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 57. Mike 57.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He completes it to Jones. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Allen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
56.
Just watch 88. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
From the gun, it's Allen. Gets it to Gordon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
54. Check. Watch 54. Check tight end.
Pass.
Mike 5-4.
Bravo.
Mike 5-4. What we got?
Hey, one set. Check, Mike 54. It's done.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Pass 85, pass 85.
54, right there. 54 Mike. They can't hang with us.
Here we go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Here we go.
On play action, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Let's get it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check nickel.
Check 52.
Check 9.
Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58, right over there. Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 58 for Mike. 58.
Now Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Franklin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
58, come on. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 49. Lady. Check 49.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Motion, motion, motion. 36, 36. Watch twist, watch, lady.
Again, it's Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Alpha.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Red lady.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Hold the look, hold the look.
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On play action, Allen got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 7.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Darnold from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Hey, watch the slant.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Watch the slant.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Going on the ground with Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Less than a yard.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, 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 hey.
Regular. Hey, wahoo!
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Right there. 54.
Look out!
54.
What's that?
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst, quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Darnold now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Taron Johnson made the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surf.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Oh, here we go.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch 54. We own them. We own them. Look out.
On the ground, it's Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Check the backer, check the backer.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Here is Eckler. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Brown 80. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
It's Eckler again, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's now 4th down and goal.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Bills, It's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sport.